Hi everyone. Today we're going to read a story called The Pumpkin Patch. We've been talking about autumn and fall and things that happen in this season. And this is the season of pumpkins. Even though they started way back in the spring and took all spring and all summer to get to where they are now, which is being ready to get picked. So this is going to tell you about the life cycle of the pumpkin. And this is the time of the year that you can go out and either get a pumpkin at your grocery store or go and get some pumpkins at farmer markets. Or if you live near the country, there are a lot of farmers that have pumpkin patches. And on certain days of the week, they'll let you come and pick your own pumpkin, which is always lots of fun. So today we're reading The Pumpkin Patch, and the story and the pictures are by Elizabeth King. And here they're showing you a pumpkin leaf. Now, in order to have pumpkins, you have to have a really big garden. And here we see, oh my goodness, look how big these pumpkins are. Just look at this little boy. He's not even as big as the pumpkins. It's autumn. The days are cool and crisp. The wind rustles the corn stalks and shakes the leaves from the trees. And down the dusty road in the pumpkin patch, the pumpkins are ripe and round. They're ready to be picked. This pumpkin patch is part of a large vegetable farm. The farmer grows peppers, corn, and squash. Pumpkins are a type of squash. And this is what's left of the corn. It's the corn stalks. People use them as decoration in the fall. A lot of work was done in the pumpkin patch before the pumpkins were ready to be picked and carved into Halloween jack-o'-lanterns. The work begins in July. The farmer prepares the soil in his field for the pumpkin seeds. First, the plow slices and turns the earth, breaks it all up so it'll be easy for the little seeds to put their roots down. Next, the ground is smoothed by a machine, and then straight rows are marked in the field. Now we have some people, a crew of workers plants the pumpkin seeds in the rows. With a hoe, a man digs a hole in the ground, and another man drops a couple of seeds in the hole and then covers the seeds with the earth. Pumpkin seeds come from the inside the pumpkin. The seeds are creamy white in color, but the seeds that the farmer buys from the seed company have been coated with a pink powder. This chemical keeps the seeds from being eaten by underground insects after the seeds are planted. And it doesn't hurt the pumpkin, and it doesn't really hurt the insects. It just kind of tells them, stay away. Under the warm earth, the seeds begin to sprout. After a week, 2 leaves appear where each seed was planted. These first leaves are called seed leaves. And next, the pumpkin vine leaves appear. These leaves are a different shape. See how they're kind of ragged around the edge, whereas the seed leaves are very smooth and small and oval. These leaves have jagged edges and feel prickly. The leaves grow quickly. The leaves look like big hands covering the earth. Meanwhile, flowers begin to bloom on the vines. Some of the pumpkin flowers sit on top of little green bulbs, and these little bulbs will swell beneath the flowers. They are the baby pumpkins. You see how they're changing from just this little tiny thing at the bottom to this, and to this. With water and sunlight, the little green pumpkins grow bigger and bigger. The pumpkins are hard to find among the leaves because they are the same color. But they do not stay hidden for long. The pumpkin skin slowly turns from green to orange. By the middle of October, the pumpkins are plump and orange all over, and they are ready to be picked. First, the workers cut the vines to untangle them, and then they cut the stems of the pumpkin with big shears. It's like a really big pair of scissors. The farmer's family decorates the farm stand for Halloween, and they place pumpkins all around on soft hay. And they hope that the customers will want to stop at the stand with the Wicked Witch. But look at all the different kinds that they have. Pumpkins and gourds and squash and Indian corn and straw. And here's the scarecrow. And the paper mache pumpkin that's big enough to walk into. Can you see the two little children in here peeking out? There are piles and piles of pumpkins that have been grown on the farm, and they come in different sizes and different shapes. Some have the smooth skin. Others have big bumps. Some are big, and some are little. Children come to the patch to pick out their pumpkins. See, these are the two that this little boy has picked out. And this little girl has 1, 2, 3, 4 in her arms. Here, it's so big he has to roll his out of the field. And this is a little kid, and they're rolling their little pumpkin too. And the children can see and touch the pumpkins, and they roll them on the ground, and they hold them up. And this squash makes a great crown. This pumpkin is round and smooth, with a good, strong stem for the lid of the jack-o'-lantern. When he sells his pumpkins, the farmer's work is done for the year. Now it's time for the children to take their pumpkins home and carve them. And with a candle inside, the pumpkin glows on Halloween night. Ghosts and goblins, beware. Thank you for coming.